Across the West delivers champions for 2014. The terrain and heat in the first 1,000 miles is taking its toll. And the legends of the road arrive today on the Race Across America RAAM Report. Hello everyone and thank you for joining us. My name is LEAH GARCIA and I'm your host for the Daily Recap Show. It was an 860-mile dash to Durango, Colorado from the shores of Oceanside, California, and it was the Slovenian MARKO BALOH who claimed the title for the RAW solo winner. MARKO had a blistering time of 2 days and 33 minutes, and he averaged 18.1 miles per hour. Talk about a champion mind. He dealt with injuries over the winter, the financial challenges of getting to the U.S., and managed the event on a two-person crew. Not only that, the airline lost his luggage, so that's why he was in a hurry to get to Durango. That's where his extra chamois was. Second place was Adam Bickett, finished with a time of 2 days, 1 hour and 54 minutes, and he averaged 17.61 miles per hour. And 3 feet for Pete, the four-person team relayed to first in 1 day, 19 hours and 6 minutes. The first 1,000 miles of the Race Across America delivers a landscape that is both diverse and majestic. Our Media One correspondent, Jen Salazar, has taken a glimpse of what that looks like from the front of the pack.
Hi, Jen Salazar here with more stories from the road as Race Across the West and Race Across America continues. I'm definitely in the wild, wild west. I'm here in Utah. We are headed to the Race Across the West finish line in Durango, Colorado. Yesterday I had a chance to catch up with current RAAM champ Christoph Strasser as he made his way through some beautiful terrain.
Actually, my ride isn't so bad.
Strasser was all smiles and looked very strong as Media One followed him through the beautiful state of Arizona. The 2013 RAAM solo champion crossed the finish line last year in 7 days, 22 hours, and 11 minutes. So far in this year's race, he has set 2 new records. The first by reaching the 500-mile mark faster than anyone, and the second by maintaining an average speed of over 20 miles an hour for the longest amount of time. It was a cool summer night on the mesa, and as the sun set in the desert, Strasser was escorted by the moonlight through the night on to Monument Valley, Utah. We're on our way to Durango, Colorado, to the Race Across the West finish line.
The finish line is in sight.
Can you feel the finish line pulling you?
Oh yeah. Breweries in Durango.
It was nice to get some final words from some of our RAW racers as they make their way into Durango, Colorado. We are here now in Durango at the finish line. The first cyclist to make it across the finish line was the 4-man team, 3 feet for Pete.
3 feet for Pete!
Basically, we raise awareness for the state law in Nevada that says give 3 for cyclists, but the flip side to that is we want cyclists to be safe and to make safe choices.
And you can't pull something like this off without a good team. You know, and it's not just about the riders too, it's about the support crew, it's about everybody.
When you're out there, you just kind of transcend everything, and you're just, you know, it's the purest form of riding, just, you know, going, and you're just out there with your teammates.
And I think it really motivates you to go harder because you see him on the road going super hard, so then I have to get out on the road and go hard too.
Whew. I'm emotional. It was all this work up to this, and you know, the hard work and the goal that we set, and of course once day one started, of course it's not easy, right?
Well, my wife just told me I can tell people that she's pregnant again.
Yeah! Right on!
So that might put a damper on me doing RAAM solo next year, but hey.
MARKO BALOH finished first in the male solo category. And even though he has done RAAM 7 times, he admitted that Race Across the West was not easy.
Before the race, I was kind of talking or bragging, I don't know. This is short, this is gonna be easy. But it's not easy, that's for sure. Hey, the last 3 hours were really bad, but yeah, okay. I had a big enough advantage, so I could take it easy.
RAAM's own MC, George Thomas, and his teammate, Mike Walsh, took first place in their category for the 2-person team, ages 50 to 59.
It's hot considering what we've been riding in. Partners from Seattle, I'm from Boulder, but everybody's got to deal with it. It's beautiful, and we're having a great time.
A big congratulations to all the Race Across the West finishers, and the best of luck to the RAAM cyclists who are still on the road, making their way across the United States. I'm Jen Salazar, and I'll have more stories from the road as the Race Across America continues.
Thank you, Jen. The Race Across the West, or as we call it, RAAH, is one of those events that we call a stepping stone to RAAM, which is the 3,000-mile race. But the truth is it's a standalone event that really delivers and deserves its own attention. There's endurance athletes all over the world who are craving that next challenge, and we want to see you here next year for 2015. If you think you've got what it takes, go to raceacrossthewest.org and take a look at what it would be like if you yourself were at the starting line next year in Oceanside. The time stations that are set up across the Race Across America are varied depending on where you're at in the country. Time station number 6 in Congress, Arizona is one of those that we call an oasis, where the volunteers have gone above and beyond the call of duty to make it just a little bit more comfortable for the riders.
Every year we get bigger. Every year we add something more to our time station. This year we've got a 12-foot pool. We actually had a rider, a female, had come across the desert. She was so overheated that we thought people were just going to put their feet in it. She laid down in it. When they leave this time station, they've got a 7-mile climb. It's going to climb 1,800 feet. It's direct sun. There's no shade. They are not going to get any relief at all from that heat. So when they come in and they see that we have a swimming pool and we've got cold drinks and we've got showers and restrooms and anything we can do to make this an oasis in the desert, these people are just so thankful, and it makes us feel so good that we're continuing to do this.
Congress, Arizona is 395 miles from the start of the race, so definitely appreciated by the time they get there. Have you ever had one of those days when everything is going great and then all of a sudden it's not? Well, multiply those highs and lows exponentially when you're dealing with a cycling event like RAAM. Because when you have bikes, equipment, weather, the elements, the inside of your body, the outside of your body, and all of those things combined, it can be really challenging. If you want to know what that's like, our Media 2 correspondent, ZACK BADDORF, will show you.
The riders are only 2 days into the race, but they've already faced some tough challenges along the road. 2 racers have already dropped out. Racer Jim Pyatt had some stomach issues after taking some vitamins on an empty stomach. He's feeling better now after about 4 hours of sleep.
I'm feeling good this morning. Yesterday was a little tough, but it's a new day. Let's see if we can get this done.
Doing okay. Where he's not on his time frame that he wanted. He yesterday was having a lot of stomach issues, and after the stomach issues, then we had the heat. So was a little slower than he wanted, had to take more rest than he wanted, but might still be on track. He wants to finish in under 70 hours, and he can do this.
Yesterday, their car thermometer hit 126 degrees at one point. Jim said the weather was a little extreme, but he came prepared.
I live in Modesto, so I ride this summer. I would purposely go out in the afternoons when it was 90, 100 to ride.
He's usually got it under control, so I think from here, for the last half, he'll be right on track.
Karen said it's tough to see her husband going through these challenges.
He wants me here. I want to be here to support him. But yeah, you see him and their legs just keep going and you're going, how is that possible? How is that possible at mile 500 that they look as fresh as they did at mile 50? You know, but that's their training.
And they're doing it for a good cause.
Well, we have a relationship with the Lord who just keeps us bound together, and we want to be supportive. And my husband, every time he does these rides, any of these ultra cycling rides, he does it for a charity back home. And so for him, it's all about his heart and giving to others and trying to raise money to help better someone else's life.
Well, I'm doing this ride for a local charity that the only is to help people that have no medical or dental insurance in our community. And that's what it's really about. It's the bike, yeah, I have fun, but that's what's pushing me to go further and dig deeper.
In addition to the physical and mental challenges of making it to their final destination, the racers and their crews also have to be careful not to break any rules. Ed Garrison's team has constantly been making sure they haven't been violating any race regulations.
We're very cautious about the rules. First of all, I'd say that the rules are very fair. They make sense. They're not crazy rules. They're done with rider safety in mind and the safety of everybody around them, and also the integrity of the race.
Larry says he wants to make sure his team doesn't do anything wrong to add any penalties.
Because it's tough enough to make it without adding time to your total time. But I think the rules make good sense.
Another crew chief agrees, saying the rules are always on the front of his mind.
You don't want penalties. Penalties is the worst thing that can happen to you. Rider works hard to get where they get, and to have to sit because of something the crew did is just you shouldn't happen.
Not impeding traffic is Jim's biggest challenge.
You have to be always watching in your rearview mirrors, making sure that you're not slowing up civilian traffic or other riders. There's places it's a real challenge because there's places where it's hard to find turnoffs.
Despite the many challenges the riders have faced so far in their journey, the vast majority of them have made it so far, and they'll keep pushing forward across the country. For Race Across America, I'm ZACK BADDORF.
Taking a look at the standings for RAAM, the best way to do it is to go to Track Talus. You can download the app on your mobile phone, Track Talus, and underneath the leaderboard, you will be able to see who's first, second, and third in each of the respective categories. We've said it every day, and it continues to be impressive. Christoph Strasser is in the lead. As of the time of this taping, he's almost 1,000 miles into the Race Across America, which means, boom, he's hit the 1/3 part of the course. In second position, Gerhard Gulewitz is in second, and Mark Pattinson from England in third. Looking at the 60 to 69 category, Dennis Johnson has moved into the lead, and Dave Ellsbury is in second position. In the women's division, Janice Schufeld continues to lead, and Susanna Fillinger is in second, another one from England. And Jackie Schlitter is in third. She's riding the recumbent bike across country. Back in Oceanside, California, the teams are continuing to arrive for the team relay, which starts on Saturday. Remember, the solo racers and those who were entered in the raw competition, they left last Tuesday, so it's been quite a busy week for everyone. Julia Marshall, our Media 3 correspondent, had a chance to talk to these athletes about a couple of key factors. One, avoiding penalties. Two, what the differences are like riding in Europe versus the United States, and what it takes to be a legend.
Hey RAAM fans, Julia Marshall here. I'm in the staging area. A few hours from now, this parking lot will be filled with racers prepping for inspections and today's press conference.
Each team has to pass inspection before they can race.
My team is Team Czech Republic 1, because we are the first team from our country to start the Race Across America. Today we have inspection, so we have to have the bicycles, helmets, and the cars.
Can you step on the brake? And then put it in reverse. We're going to check your reverse light.
We want it to run smoothly. You know, if people have a successful inspection, it just sets the tone for having a good start and having a good race. If they're missing things or you know, they get aggravated about something, it sets a bad tone. So we want to keep everybody happy, keep everybody safe, and in this case this was a model inspection. They had no errors, so hopefully that sets a good tone for them going out.
For teams coming from abroad, certain race guidelines need to be noted.
We have to stop at each stop sign, which which is a thing that in Europe people who ride bicycles don't really do. So we have to get used to it in order not to get penalized. And we are allowed only 5 penalties. The 6th one is disqualification, so we don't want to do that.
I've got my own copy of the rule book right here, and I'll be sure to read through that. But right now, let's see if we can catch up with LEAH Garcia over at the press conference.
On Saturday, we will be starting the team event for Race Across America, and these are the heavy hitters, teams of 2, teams of 4, and teams of 8.
We are racing to raise awareness and funds for the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund, which provides services to our fine men and women servicemen who have traumatic brain injury or post-traumatic stress.
The 8-man team, Intrepid Fallen Heroes, is hoping to raise more than $500,000.
In it to win it, guys. 1, 2. Okay, I think we're good.
I'm here outside the bicycle shop Endurance House waiting for Team Legends of the Road to show up. We're here to find out what it takes to be a legend.
What does it take to be a legend? I'd say on this team you have to be over 30 years old
and have a lot of experience on two wheels and have won something, at least one thing.
I don't know. You have to be somebody that has created a very big buzz.
Well, what makes you a legend? Well, you know what? I think that's kind of tricky because I wouldn't say that that's a name you can give yourself. I think it's probably more based on your accolades and your championships, what you've done for your sport, what you've given back and inspired, and I guess that's the biggest way. But it's kind of cool to be on the Legends of the Road team, so pretty awesome.
Just don't live life too cautiously, because that's not really living. A legend doesn't live in the gray zone, you know? He's more like Evel Knievel. He takes big risks and big chances.
This wraps up another great day in Oceanside, California. Reporting for Race Across America, I'm Julia Marshall.
Thank you, Julia. That's it for our show today. My name is Leah Garcia. Make sure you follow us on all the social media, Race Across America, Race Across the West, especially now that you can see the results, Track Talus, where you can find out what the GPS coordinates look like, and ridefarther.com. Until we see you here tomorrow, make sure you keep the wheels turning.